Hi family, we're working today with loaded fried rice. This dish is packed with steak and chicken and shrimp and tons of vegetables. We're going on a journey today because this dish is going to go from vegan to vegetarian to pescatarian to full-on meat lover and carnivore in no time. Let's take a look at some of our vegetables that we're working with. Look at this. This is going to be awesome. Family, it's time to get started with our loaded cauliflower rice. I'm going to show you different ways that you can cook this if you're vegan. Of course, you can just eliminate the meat and the eggs altogether. If you're vegetarian, keep your eggs. And of course, if you're pescatarian, you can have the shrimp. And if you're a carnivore, then we're going to go ahead and put everything in there. The shrimp, the chicken, and the steak that I have seared already. Okay, we're starting with onions here. I just have sweet onions there that I have sliced. I have red bell peppers. I have carrots here. We have bean sprouts. I have some there that's leftover spinach. I wanted to let you know that you can do this with leftover vegetables or protein. Whatever you have that's left over from a meal the day before or for the week, you can use this in your fried rice. This is, of course, sweet peas that I have that were frozen. This is ginger and garlic that I have there. I love water chestnuts, so I'm going to add those at the end. That's toasted sesame oil. That's coconut aminos. Of course, we have our leftover basmati rice. You can use coconut aminos. You can use soy sauce, oyster sauce, or Worcestershire sauce. Some people use. And this is our seasoning combination here. I have salt, black pepper, white pepper, Aleppo pepper. I also have just a little bit of Chinese 5 spice in there. I think that's it. Salt, black pepper, white pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. That's what I'm missing. And that's what you have in that seasoning blend there. But of course, you can just use your own seasoning blend. Okay, let's get started. Okay, family, let's get to cooking. I'm going to start with our onions, get them started in my favorite wok that I have here, my cast iron wok. I'm starting with onions, and then I'm going to start with garlic and ginger as well. My skillet is smoking hot. I don't want them to get too brown. And also, too, I don't want my garlic to get too bitter. If you burn that garlic, it will become a bit bitter. You just want this to be fragrant. I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil to it, just to get these where I can smell them. I'm going to add my red peppers. And like I said, there are different ways that you can do this rice. If you're vegan, of course, you know not to add your meat, and you'll use a different type of protein. You can use tofu or whatever it is that you prefer. Everything is already cooked. I'm just basically bringing it all together in this one pot. Here, I'm going to add my mung beans and my bean sprouts, as well as my carrots. Maybe add a little bit more of this avocado oil. And generally I season as I go along. So I'm just going to put just a little bit of seasonings in here. Because when I cook, I like to season and have every layer seasoned. So we'll just cook this just for a little bit. I turned my skillet down some because I didn't want it to be so hot. I'm going to turn it up a bit because I'm getting ready to add my rice in a bit. I'm going to add those scallions at the end. I'm going to add my water chestnuts at the end as well because I want them to have some texture. I don't want them to become mushy. Ooh, that's smelling so good. If you're keto, Of course, you know, to stick with cauliflower rice. Adding just a little bit more oil as I go along. Get this all toasted up together. I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning to this rice. It's coming along beautifully. In addition to this seasoning, I'm going to go ahead and add my coconut aminos. In your case, you can add soy sauce here, oyster sauce as well. See how it's getting nice and brown. You can add as much or as little as you'd like, whatever works for you. You can also use fish sauce. I use red boat fish sauce if I do, just because of the ingredients. But you can use whatever fish sauce, whatever oyster sauce you like. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more oyster sauce here. I'm sorry, coconut aminos. Just a little bit more. I like my rice just a little darker. Okay, here we go. Now I'm gonna add my spinach. You don't have to use, I'm just using this spinach to show you how you can use anything left over. So I want to add my spinach there, and then as I make a mess over here, but y'all don't mind. Y'all bearing with me, right? Oh, yummy. Now I'm going to add these aromatics back. Okay, once we get these aromatics back in there, we're going to mix them up. I'm going to add some more seasoning in here as well. You don't have to do that, but this is just me. Onion powder, garlic powder, Aleppo pepper, white pepper, black pepper. You don't have to add any salt. Your soy sauce is going to do that, but if you want salt, do that. And I have just a little bit of Chinese 5 spice in there as well. Add my peas. I generally do my peas at the last minute, but I just wanted to give you a look of how it will look if you want to stick with vegan or vegetarian. You can also add these scallions in there. And the water chestnuts. And there you have it. This is the vegan version of this. Well, I didn't add my toasted sesame oil yet, but you get what I'm talking about. Now I'm going to add the egg. So if you're pescatarian, this is you right here. Or if you're vegetarian, I'm sorry. If you're vegetarian, add a little bit more oil down to the bottom of that pan so it's not sticking. If you're vegetarian, you can stop right here. Boom, that's you. Okay? Now, if you're pescatarian, I got the skillet down really low because everything is pretty much cooked. You're pescatarian, this is you. That's you right there. Remember, I haven't added my toasted sesame oil yet. I'm just going to add a little bit more seasoning because I don't have much salt in here. So I did marinate my shrimp in fish sauce, Red Boat fish sauce, and a little bit of cayenne, make it spicy. So if you're pescatarian, boom, bam, boom. Here you go. Now, those of you who like meat, this is you. I have seared steak here, that's ribeye that I diced up, and this chicken was seasoned in Chinese 5-spice. And so you cook your steak the way you like it. The people in my house like their steak to be seared, crispy on the outside, but still pink on the inside. Are you looking at this? She's coming all together. I'm turning this skillet off. Woo. This is that loaded. This is loaded fried rice, you guys. You have steak, you have shrimp, you have chicken, you have it all right here. But I started out with this being vegan, then took it up to vegetarian with the eggs, and from vegetarian, pescatarian with the shrimp. Then we just took it full-on carnivore with the meat and the steak and the chicken. There you have it. You have loaded fried rice. It's absolutely tasty and delicious. You can do this your way. We're going to finish this up with our toasted sesame oil. Just give it a toss. Ooh, that sesame oil smells so good. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more of that sesame oil. See how everything was basically done already? Everything was already done. I had it already cooked, so this came together pretty quickly. Just a little bit more. I love this sesame oil. You can also cook with it if you want to. I just use it as a finishing oil in this particular dish. There you have it. Loaded fried rice. You can use this with leftovers. I think I have some zucchini, diced zucchini from this week, from dinner. I might throw that in here just so I can use it. But here you go. Loaded fried rice.